Very good afternoon to all. So let us have a review what we have discussed in the last lecture. So we have discussed very first about the production. So what is production? So anything that conversion of a raw material into a final product or a means by which the production and services are created. Then we have discussed the definition given by Edward Bufa. Then we have discussed about the production management. So what are the things that are required for production management? Then we have discussed about the production management objectives, like right quantity, right quality, at right time, and at right cost. These are the primary or major objectives that we have discussed. And in addition to this, the effective utilization of this main material, proper selection of resources, and other things, it will come as the secondary or subsidiary objectives. And then we have discussed about the production system also. So this we have concluded our last lecture with this production system. So the production system here inputs and output. So input may be starting from material by using the main and machines and information related to what processing is required. By means of energy. I have given example last time. Maybe mechanical, maybe chemical, maybe solar. So it is converted into some good, useful good or useful services. So this is nothing but the production system. And the feedback is taken. Feedback, the measurements at various stages. Take example of any product. Last time we have taken three examples related to this, two related to good and one related to services. So intermediate checking, it is not the case that in one stage final product is will be made. So the rough product, or we can say the intermediate, stage 1 to stage 2, stage 2 to stage 3, if it require, for example, 40 stages from raw material up to, then after every stage, after in between 2-3 stages, depending upon the process, machine and main, there will be checking of measurement, and it is nothing but the feedback. And if there is a deviation in any of these measurements, then control what is required and what we are getting. For example, dimension is required 50 plus minus 0.1 and we are getting 49.5, so it is not in that tolerance. 49.9 to 15.1 is accepted, and what we are getting 49.9. So here we have to only reject it. And if it is 50.2, okay, no problem, still there is a material, a light cut on the lathe machine can be taken, and again we can achieve the target as 50.1. So like this, the in between. And for not going the job should not be go by 49.5, so that again intermediate checks, so that if it will cross 49.9 is the lower acceptable limit. If it will cross below it, definitely we have to reject it. Therefore, what is the requirement here? One has to check in between the quality, so that it should not be wasted. This is just I am giving the example of control. Okay, these are the things that we have discussed in last lecture. Now let us start. Characteristics of production. In order to bring you what we have discussed, so that now I can directly start the production system. So production is an organized activity. Every system has an objective. This is the first characteristic. So it is organized activity, very systematic, well planned activity, and every system has an objective. Without objective, the system will be of no use at all. You take any production example as an organized activity. The system transform the various inputs to useful output. This is also we have discussed that the any input. Let us take example of sugar cane. So starting from the sugar cutting and the sugar cane into one particular, you can say, passage, and again it is fed to different process. The juice is made. After juice, again the chemical composition, heating it up to certain temperature, and then calcination, and then molasses in the form, and then separation of the molasses and raw sugar in the centrifugal. Two types of centrifugals are in sugar plant: continuous type and batch type. Continuous type centrifugal, you will get, if you visit any sugar industry, you will see all this. So if you see this sugar in continuous type centrifugal, raw sugar, and again final batch type, molasses get completely separated, and sugar is washed with steam, and you will get the final sugar. So this is one, you can call it as very organized activity. Where to go for heating, up to what temperature heating is required, where it is required to soak, and what are the next stages. This is very, I can say, big example I am taking as an organized activity. A lot of activities are involved, from sugar cane to sugar final product, and every production system, if you divide it into small subsystems, then each system has its objective. For example, juice preheating temperature, and juice is heating is required up to this temperature. This is one of the objective. After heating the juice, again addition of chemicals. This is one of the objective. Then in the final stage, we are getting the sugar in different sizes. S for small, M for medium, L for large. So in our market, which is only up to M. Large, it is generally export quality, or some of the metrocity depending upon the requirement of specific hotels and malls like that. Otherwise, the L is also not as per generally available. So why I am giving this specific example? Every production. So now sugar is about to ready. Now it is required to decide that whether the sugar size should be sugar, that particles, crystals should be smaller one, medium one, or larger one. And depending upon the process and strains and filters will change accordingly. So this is, I am giving you just the example of production system and activity. In between, you can put your number in the chat box. The system transform various input to useful output. Just now we have discussed. So now you come to know that at every stage, something is transformed into output. It may not be the final output all the time, but it is transformed into some next step, some value addition. Again, next step, some value addition, and finally, you will get the actual final output or product. It does not operate in isolation from other organizational systems. So see here, it does not operate in isolation. So you take any of the example. Just now we have seen sugar. So let us take the same example. The juice part, it cannot be separated from the further process. Okay, leave about that continuous type production. Let us take another example. Any example of fabrication of pressure vessel. You take simple example, fabrication of your pen. What pen? By using the pen we are writing. So just a ball pen, you take the example. So the fabrication part, the design part, the process planning part, the dispatch part, they cannot operate in isolation. They all go hand in hand. They all go together. Then there exists a feedback system about the activity to control and improve the system performance. So feedback, for every stage there is a feedback. So if you are following the process plan and you are not getting the results, or if the designer has given the tolerance 50 plus minus 0.001, 0.001, and you are operating on our general purpose LED machine, then it is required to discuss with the process planning or production planning person that this cannot be possible, or it may take, or it may not be possible depending upon the capability of the machine to perform on that particular lathe machine. So there are modifications required. So this is the feedback about the process planning, production planning. Then feedback about the production. If we are manufacturing any, we can say nut and bolt. Simple example we will take. So feedback about the tapping and overall, then quality control and whether it is as per size. And if sample documentation is there, then we can sample checking is there. You can go for checking whether they are meeting with each other or not. So these are the manufacturing feedback. And then control and improve the system performance. If you go in hotels or like that service sector, depending upon the whatever dish you have ordered, again the feedback will be there. And if you give that this is something less, this is you improve, again there is improvement. So everywhere, let it be service sector, let it be any other sector, the feedback mechanism and control is very important, and the control activity is totally based on the feedback. So you can take any of the example. and you can consider this feedback and control system and activities. So feedback is the important part of this production system, and based on the feedback this further control is possible. If feedback is not there, then control is also not possible. These are the some of the characteristics of production system. Let us have one example. So these are every production system has an objective. So one complete example is given. Just now I have shared with you the example of sugar cane. So now here the example of a cardboard box. So this I will give you the example. See, you can see this is the example of cardboard box. You can take this example. So we are knowing only the final cardboard box. Let us start paper sourced from trees. So now everywhere it is written save paper, save trees. So paper sourced from trees. Tree is the source of the paper, or we can say fibers, etc. Then very first process, the pulping, mechanical pulping, grinding. So whatever the tree is there, whatever the wood is there, it is not directly used. So grinding is there, and then chemical pulping, adding some chemicals in it, and then you can go for further process as the fluting. Fluting is the wavy layer of board sandwiched between liners. So it is produced using a corrugated roller machine. So again further fluting is done. Then actual production. The layers of board are pressed. So in fluting the layers are made, and further the layers are pressed together. And then a trimmer die cutter. So whatever the shape is required, accordingly the shape is given. Wherever the holes are required, hand holes, wherever the cuts are required, wherever the flaps are required to make a box. So all the things are made, and board is cut and glued according to the whatever is required. So this is just example taken from internet sources, and the box is delivered to customer, and the storage and distribution. So you see these are the different process. So now what we want to see, every production has an objective. So you take the example of this pulping. You cannot use the tree part for further process. So pulping, what is the objective? To make it in the form of whatever box paper is required. So chemical treatment. Then next, making the sheets. Then next, whatever the layers are there, make compress, and whatever as per requirement, go for the layers, actual production. Then if layers are over, then trimmers, cutters, and other things are there, flaps are there. As per the requirement of the size, we can anyone can proceed further. And then board is cut. So here you can see every production has an objective. So here different images are shown. In this is the final box, you can see. Okay, then here okay, this is the box, you can see. Okay, then here you can see it as a the different sheets are made. Then these sheets also you can see some of the flaps are there, some of the printing is there, some of the holes are there, and again as per the requirement they are folded together. Whatever the print is required, many times it is written that this side up, means it is just a guideline that accordingly the product will be filled inside, so that which side should be upper side. Then symbol of glass if it contains glass, and then this collection of waste. If anyone go for trimming of this, then after trimming again waste is generated. So you can see here the generation of waste, and again what is required to be done as per as this waste is concerned, again further processing. So every production system here, the fabrication of sheets, the fabrication of boxes, and the waste also, the you can say the disposal of waste or recycling of waste. So it is also has an objective. So let us not to go for scrap the waste. Let us reuse it. Let us recycle it. So it may also be an objective. So every production system has an objective. This is the example of cardboard box that you can see from this, and I have explained at various stages what is required. Let us go to next point. Now we have discussed, friends, about the production management. and production system and its characteristics. Now let us move to operation. What is operation? So let us have theoretical definition, then we will go in detail and we will go for different examples also. So operation is defined as a transformation process. The transformation process is itself can be viewed as a series of activities along the value chain extending from supplier to customer. So operation is nothing but a small, or you can say transformation process. So it contains a series of activities, maybe from supplier to final customer. So now how to correlate this operation with production? Production is a very vast concept, and operation is a part of that particular production concept. So operation can be take many different forms. The transformation process can be, now different examples are given. We will have one example for each and let us discuss. So operation can be in many forms. First one is physical, manufacturing operations. I think no example required till I will give that manufacturing. You can take the example of fabrication of hammer. You can take the example of forging. You want to manufacture any particular thing or gear blank by using forging operation. Then you can take the example of casting, and by using this casting, you are going to manufacture the gearbox, lower casing and upper casing. So these are the different examples of actual manufacturing operations. So that particular is called as operation. That casting is called as operation. So location, transportation or warehouse operation. So location, it is also operation. For example, transportation, to move the one part from one machine to another machine. Location, transportation operation. To move the material from raw material to the machine stage, operation. To move the part from final stage to the dispatch, operation. From dispatch to warehouse, it is also operation. From warehouse to wholesaler to retailer, and finally to customer. These all are location related operations. These all are location, because here change of location is considered. Then next is given considered as exchange operation. What is exchange operation? The retail operations, giving money and buying the tickets of railway or bus, giving money and buying some material. So these are the exchange or retail operations. You are giving something and you are taking something. So these are the exchange operations. Physiological. So these are not only related to manufacturing. It covers all aspects because service is also mentioned. Therefore, it covers all the aspects. Physiological, healthcare, any physical operation, your any means any bone in get damage and surgery is required. This is actual operation, healthcare. And apart from this, any exercise, then any other physical related, healthcare related operations, you can consider it as healthcare operations. Psychological, very important, psychological. So it is given one entertainment, but meditation, then you can consider yoga not related to physical. Then you can take this watching the different movies, entertainment. So these are the some of the operations which will bring change to your mind, change to your psychology. These are also called as operations, and these are called as psychological operations. They will have the effect psychologically on you. So you can take here different examples. So when just I have given you the example of meditation, you can take the example of entertainment. So if you are watching maybe Dr. Vivek Bindra or any other Sandeep Maheshwari, like this, if you are watching some motivational, then it may create some impact on your mind. This is psychological operation related to your mind, as and it is having the, it is created due to the entertainment, due to what you have watched. So this is psychological. And last one is informational, just as a communication. This is also operation, informational. These things are there. This This I am giving example. Listen as example only. So this will be there. This will be not there. Then next you go right. Then take left. Don't move right. There is a problem. So like these are the some sign conventions or information. So this is related to I have given you general purpose. But in any of the cases like diamond, whatever the information is required, it is nothing but just a communication. So informational operation. So these are the six type of, or you can say six forms of operation that are considered in this transformation process. Now operation management. We have discussed about what is operation, what is the transformation process, and what are the different forms. So physical, location, exchange, physiological, psychological, and informational. These are the six different operations that we have discussed. Forms of operations with example we have discussed. Now operation management. The role of operation is also create value. The role of production is also create service or value. But production is a bigger concept and operation is a part of it. The role of operation is to create value. The operation management, we try to ensure that the transformation process is transformed efficiently and the output is of greater value than the sum of the input. Very, very important. You concentrate only on this word. The output is of greater value than sum of the input. Very important. So it is a creating value. It is just a creating value, and at every stage greater value is there. So you take example of service, you take example of any operation. So raw material, it is having no value. It is in the, we can say, value of scrap. Any raw material. You take stone. I will take example of Marathi. Kutlai ekhada moठा दगड. What is the value? If you take in general type, then no value at all, free of cost. Or if it is having some special characteristics, a single stone with having some good appearance, etc., it may have some value. But now if any artwork is created on that particular, any artwork is created on that particular stone, and now the value definitely increases. So whatever the value of that stone, zero or very less value, it is gets converted into some value. Again you add to the stone some more things and attach some of the jewelry, like, or you can say luxurious, you give appearance, again some more value. Again you go for good paint, good color, and some good finishing, and some attach some silver, gold, and diamond at some pointers, or you attach time being duplicate, having the appearance of that gold diamond. Again, the value get. Why I am saying? Don't go by the word duplicate. Why I am saying this? The output is of greater value than sum of the input. We have taken the example of stone, and the stone is now getting converted into useful output, and that useful output, as you are finishing and you are enhancing and you are performing the different operations and adding different things on it, its value is getting increase and increase, and ultimately you will get more and more cost if you sell it. So this is just the example of operation, and the output is of greater value than the input. Then what is operation management? Operation management is the process which combines and transforms various resources used in the production or operation subsystem of the organization into value-added product or services in a controlled manner as per the policies of the organization. One by one or step by step, we will go. Operation management, which combines and transform various resources used in the production operations subsystem. So it combines. So anything for fabrication, So let us take the same example. We will continue. So let us have the any firm, you can say it is manufacturing the products from stone, and then products from wood, and these are all, you can say, handcrafted product. So again, having some good value. Okay, so this example you take, and it is a firm. Some different examples later we will take. So now, which combines and transform various resources. So what are the resources? A good quality of an big wood. Then you can say the different stones which are required. Maybe from ordinary stone, maybe up to marble, whatever the stones are required. Used in the production. So it is combined. So what is the manpower required for initial sum of the shape? No problem. Any semi-skilled or unskilled. For transferring that, loading and unloading, unskilled worker is also useful, no problem. Then cutting it up to some of the shape, semi-skilled. But giving the final shape, final touch and appearance, skilled person is required. And again, for decoration and bringing it to some value addition, a highly skilled operator is required for it, or person is required. So operation management, which combines the all unskilled, semi-skilled, skilled and highly skilled operator, and whatever the resources available, that wood and stone, and again whatever the apparatus or instruments available for making the luxurious items. So they all combines it, used in the operation subsystem of the organization into value added product. The stone is converted into value added product. The wood is converted into a good statue, a good, you can say, image, a good type of kitchen. Small example we will take. A good type of kitchen, or you can take a good type of frame. So this is these examples you can take in a controlled manner. Controlled manner. So it is decided what is required, what we are going to do. And for example, a kitchen is required, then it is not the case that 1 meter by 1 meter piece is taken and out of that one kitchen is made. So other all will be wasted. So it is not controlled manner. Whatever required for the kitchen, accordingly that 1 meter by 1 meter sheet will be cut, and then that number of kitchens will be made from the wood as per the policies of the organization. So what has already been decided by the organization, which type of production, which type of customers, and what is required, what is our standard for fabrication of the stone artwork or wood artwork, and then why we are number one. So what is the special essence? You can say some of the product you take, for example, any of the product, that good. Now many products are in the market, but if you still say, then before 5 years or 10 years, still also if you want to go for any plastic related chairs, etc., still many of the people are preferring Nilkamal. Why? A brand is there. So again, some companies like Rajkamal and other by having the name of Kamal, etc., no problem, that is their policy. But so it is the policy of the organization, that Nilkamal plastic. So that is why this is just example. So like that, whatever the stone and wood works, that furniture, etc., whatever that company is manufacturing, as per the policies, as per the standard. So this is the operation management. What we have discussed, it has combined all the resources, main machines, then raw material and other things available into value added product. The good artworks from stone and good artwork from that wood or kitchens are made and converted into value added product in a controlled manner as per the requirement, with minimum wastage, with maximum efficiency of the workers, and whatever the waste will be there from the wood, again how to reuse it as per the policies of organization. So this is nothing but the operation management. Just we have read the definition, and then we have taken one example in the last slide, and that same example, this slide also we have continued. Then how the value is added, how the value is created, and how the output is of greater value than some of the input, and how it is operation management we can call. So these are the things that we have discussed. So here you can go for any other example also. If I will apply this for service sector, because again there will be confusion that whether it is applicable only for production sector and not for service sector. So operation management is the process which combines and transforms various resources used in the production oblique operation management. So we can take any other example of any of the you can say service sector. So here let us take example of any hospital. So that food example we have already discussed. So let us have the example of any of the hospital. Operation management, don't apply it for only that physical operation. It is one of the case that maybe any joint having the problem, orthopedic, and that particular operation, it is one part, but it can be applied to any of the other case also, hospital. So which combines and transform various resources. Now here it is not the case of resources. Here it is the case of resources means the personnel, the available doctors, nurse, and other staff, the available instruments which are required in the medical field like that hospital, and the different infrastructure available, and the skill sets. For example, every doctor has specialty. So anesthesia will do his work, very critical work task, and after that the orthopedic will start the surgery. To value added product. So here they are not providing the product but service. So after operation, that person can walk easily, and therefore reliability. If anything problem, okay, you go to this hospital in Pune, or you go to this hospital in Miraj, good service, and 100%, not a single case failure in that hospital. This is the brand, and this is the reliability of that hospital or service in controlled manner. Again, you can take example of this. You can say any motorbike showroom. So in Pune, you can say very great service. Let us take example of service. You just call that particular dealer. He will come to your home. He will take your bike or four wheeler, get it everything done, and again give it to back. Again, this is you can what you can say. It is the example of service. So into value added service, not product. Here service is there, that your bike is having some knocking problem, some noise is there, brake is not operating in good condition, and your general servicing is there. These are the some of the points. Okay. Now, third example I am giving for this as related to service. What happens? Many times it is observed that in a student's mind it is only for production. Therefore, I am giving two examples of service. So here now I have given you the example of bike, and now you may approach. For example, you don't want to go, then you call your nearest service person. Then he will come to you, combines and transform various resources. He is having first resources, that person will come to your home, and he will take your bike, and then next by telephonically information. तर काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे, काय काय आहे प्रॉब्लेम्स related to bike. Then you will tell your problems. He will note down, and accordingly, apart from general servicing, he will start working. So he will use his semi-skilled, skilled, and highly skilled laborers related to your bike, and then some of the system, some of the apparatus, and then into value-added product. When you will get your bike in the evening, then brake properly working, no any noise, and you will get smooth. And again, it is cleaned, properly washed, everything fine. So you will say that, okay, this is excellent service center, and you will then recommend that if you want to go for this servicing, my friend, this is the best time daily, or I means on every after 3-4 months I am make my bike servicing there itself. Friend, this is the just example I want to share you about the operation management. Let us proceed. The set of various activities which are involved in manufacturing certain product is called production management. So different activities which are involved in manufacturing, maybe any of the product is called as production management, and the same concept is extended to services also. So now here you can say I have given you the operation management definition. The operation management can be applicable to service also. I have given you two examples. The operation management can applicable to production also. I have given you one example of production, and here once again the definition of production management is given. So the set of various activities which are involved in manufacturing certain products is called as production management. What are the activities involved? Production management. Then let us have the definition of production and operation management. So we have discussed what is production, we have discussed what is production management, we have discussed operation, we have discussed operation management, all the definitions with all the examples. Now the combined production and operation management. The business function responsible for planning, coordinating, and controlling the resources needed to produce a company's product and services. If anybody is remaining to put attendance, please mark the attendance in the chat box by providing your roll number. If you have already mentioned, don't make it double. Those who are remaining, for those see this message is there. Just have a look. I will give you 1 minute. Just have a look toward the 8 different sections or areas that are given in this particular box. 8. So production and operation management and 8. So I will give you 1 minute. Just have a look and again we will discuss. Okay. So production and operation management, the business function responsible for planning, coordinating, and controlling the resources needed to produce a company's product and services, production and operation. So responsible for planning, it starts from planning, then coordinating and the controlling. Resources in includes all man, machine, material, and after also dispatch, quality control, everything is covered. So production and operation management is nothing but it covers all the aspects. So let us have a look towards the diagram. Location of facilities. Very first. So the form role is defined in the location of facilities. Then plant layout and material handling. So location of facilities, if I want to go for a sugar factory and if I will put a sugar plant in the area where no any sugarcane production is there. Let us take example of Assam. So in Assam, very less you can say or no sugarcane. And if I will locate a sugar factory, from where I will bring it? Or in our area, if I will go for any coal related mine and further operation, or iron and iron refining mine and further operation, or oil refinery, where there is no any sea near Pandharpur, there is no any other source, or we can say we are having any mine near Pandharpur. So how these factories can be located? So very first, location of facilities. Again, in plant layout, further this point will be discussed, but location of facilities, this is very important. And second, this is vast, and another, the location of facilities is nothing but it comes under plant layout and material handling. So if I am having 5 lathe machines, 2 milling machines, 1 you can say CNC, 1 VMC, and then quality control setup, a small shop is there. So how should I locate? So that the plant layout and material handling. So let us decide that sugar industry, cement industry, it is a continuous type production. Everything set up. First to second, second to third, third to fourth. All the stages are there and it is a continuous type production. But for other cases, the plant layout and material handling. If first one is lathe operation and then milling is there and further drilling is there and again lathe is there. So how I should go for? Nearby or in sequence, depending upon the operation, depending upon you want to go your shop for general purpose or you want to keep your shop as special product. Special product means what? I want lathe first, drilling second, milling third, again lathe fourth, and then fifth is the grinding operation. because I want to manufacture only one product, and for that product, this is the sequence required. If you want to fabricate any another product, then there will be more material handling because you have decided the sequence for any other product. So this is the plant layout and material handling. It comes under production and operation management. Then product design. So design of the product, very important aspect. Based on this product design, it is the initial stage in many of the industry. R&D is there. In many small industry, direct product design is made. So it will have the engineering as well as industrial design aspects, and the product is designed. Then the process design, you will say, sir, product design, okay, process design. Process design means which process is required to be used, what are the different parameters that you will set for the process, what is the capability of the process, and whether whatever output is required, whether is it possible that that process will qualify and it will give us the output. This is design of the process. Then production and planning and control. Production planning, I am having 5 lathe machines. One shift work is there, 8 hours. Not a single lathe machine should be idle at any time, empty at any time. The worker should have always work. The machine should be engaged for 8 hours, at least for one shift. So this is production planning. Production planning, I am having this much workload, so I will distribute it upon the lathe machine and I will decide the sequence. This is lathe, then the job will go to milling. Then again, after lathe, all job will go to milling. So 3 lathe and 1 milling, there will be load on milling. So how I can go for? Otherwise, I have to go for additional milling machine. So depending upon this, the production planning and control, there should not be bottlenecks also. Bottleneck, all the product will come to milling and they will wait. आपला नंबर नाही आला अजून, वेट, का तर एकच मिलिंग मशीन आहे, तसं पण नाही झालं पाहिजे. मग इन दिस केस प्रॉपर प्रोडक्शन प्लॅनिंग, which machine is used, which worker will go for it, semi skilled, highly skilled, what are the operations required, and what is the approximate time required. So this is nothing but the production planning and control. And if anything breakdown happens, then in that case also the role of production planning, and here I will say control part is important, that 2 lathe machines are not working. Immediately you have to take action so that further shop will not having effect or hamper due to that. Then quality control, whatever the product manufactured, quality control plays a very important role. Quality control check whether the product manufacture is as per the desired requirement or not, and whether is it ready or is it in a position to pass for the further stage. So it is very, very important stage. Quality means what? For what it is made. It may be related to appearance, it may be related to dimension, it may be related to function, whatever. So depending upon the checks, quality checks decided, it quality check, quality is assessed, and if control is required, then the feedback is given that in the lathe machine this tolerance is more and it is not giving the proper operation, and again the further corrections and suggestions are made. Material management, everything is going smooth. Assume lathe machines are working, the operators are efficient, no problem. But your inventory, you are having now raw material finish, it will hamper a lot. Material management, again in process, lathe machine is doing well but milling is having problem. So what are the operations after milling? For example, drilling. So drilling machine is on waiting, machine is idle, operator is idle, they are waiting for, let the job come from milling, then we will do. This should not also happen. Maintenance management, very, very important aspect. It will not directly come into picture, but it is having significant effect on the production. So maintenance, if any failure, maybe lathe, drilling, milling, maybe electric failure, maybe any other failure. So preventive maintenance should be there so that breakdown maintenance will not be there. And production and operation management means covering all the areas from location of facilities, plant layout, material handling system, product design, process design, production planning and control, quality control, material management, maintenance management. It covers all these. Means in one sentence, what is mentioned? In one sentence, you can say that the business function which is responsible for planning, coordinating, and controlling the resources. So what we have discussed now, these 8 different, these are nothing but the planning, coordinating and controlling. You can say here location, plant layout, this comes under planning, then design also somewhat in planning, then coordinating actual production, and whenever required feedback, and controlling, quality control, maintenance. These are functions of control. Okay, so you can again, each part is having part in these three: planning, coordinating, and controlling. And we can conclude this like the business function responsible for planning, coordinating, and controlling the resources which is required to produce company's product and services is nothing but the production and operation management.